Hey, welcome to part 5 of my Darkness Any Percent tutorial series. This one's going to be on chapter 4, and this should probably be a pretty short part because there is not a lot to say about chapter 4. This is probably the easiest chapter in the game. There is nothing happening here. So as soon as you gain control, you're going to want to turn around and open the hatch. Make sure you don't press the interact button until it says open hatch, because if you hit X here, you're gonna have this cutscene that you can't skip, and it's just wasting like 5 seconds or so. So turn around, open the hatch, and before I continue, I just want to say, if you fancy yourself a glitch hunter, go ahead and find a way into this castle right from the start, because that would probably be the biggest skip in the game and would skip the entirety of chapter 4. If you can get in there, you can go right to the end. Please find a way to do that. I'm begging you, please find a way in there. So once you're up here, you're gonna jump off the right here. Make sure that you don't like fall in here, because if you're here, you can't actually jump or like really move quickly at all. It kind of acts as though you're falling, I think. And the best way to get out of here is to just crouch, and you'll fall down here, and you can drop down like this. Or wait, yeah, like this. And then you're just gonna head over this way, pretty much the normal way that you would go throughout chapter 4. If you're gonna strafe jump here, be a bit careful, because if you get shot in the air, you're gonna go flying, and there's not a whole lot of room to work with here, so if you get one bad shot off on you, you're gonna go flying off the cliff and die. I honestly opt to just strafe this whole way, usually, or at the very least, only do strafe jumps when you know an enemy can't hit you. You can pull out the darkness as you come up these steps to get a little bit of energy and just enough protection to get past here, because there are 3 guys that are going to be shooting at you here. They generally won't kill you, but it can happen. I'm going to drop down here and head on into the village. Did my game crash? Wait, what? Oh, okay. So once you're in the village, you need to equip Demon Arm. There's 2 different ways you can go here. The first way is just to go to the right. Pretty much the normal way through the game. You're gonna come to the end of the river here. Take this ladder. So you come up the ladder. Go to the left of the hospital door here. You can jump in this window. Oops. Jump in the window. And jump out the other side. And then you can go down to the trenches. And the other method for getting through here is to take this grate rather, prop it up against this hill here so that you can walk on it, and then you can kind of walk along this little section here. What you want to do is run along the fence here and jump, and you'll be able to get right up here. However, I believe that this is actually a wall climb, so if you're right in the corner here, you're actually never going to be able to make this jump. Like, no matter how much you try, you're not going to be able to get up there. So every time you try this jump, you have to be kind of moving up like that. I think it also takes advantage of the fact that, like, moving up as you jump gives you more height. So you want to be holding your stick almost parallel with this wall, a bit into it, and also jump as you're moving here. Don't do it when you're in the corner. This jump is a bit weird, and it can give you a little bit of trouble. If you have trouble with it, don't bother with it, just go around. So you're going to want to crouch through here rather than watching the cutscene, because it's a bit faster. And then we're gonna head into the trenches. Once you're here, literally all you do is come over here, mash X, press B to skip this cutscene, and you are in the auto shooter section. You cannot die here, so you can literally just get up and like go to the bathroom if you want. It does not matter. Nothing you do here matters. You're just waiting to get to the end. And this is like half the chapter. Once you're at the end of the tank section here, you're gonna be going into the fight with the big monster. There's not a whole lot to say about it, except for just try to turn the camera as fast as you can and aim in the monster's mouth. Some of the attacks that it gives you are a little slower than the others, and there's not a whole lot you're going to be able to do about it. So this is what the fight should look like. Really no different than what it would look like in a regular playthrough. This is the slow attack. This one is, it's unfortunate when you get a lot of these, but again, not a whole lot you're going to be able to do about it. Once the fight's over, you can go between the monster and the tank and just start going this way. Don't have to talk to Anthony. You're going to go in the door here, take a left, go in the first door here on the left, take a right, through this door, take a right. You can sometimes get caught on like the rail here as you walk by. It's not happening right now. But I find that sometimes I would be like strafing here and yeah, okay, you see like I kind of got caught on that and like you can really get taken all the way over here. So sometimes I like to just strafe jump through this section. It's a small thing, but it got on my nerves enough that I figured I should mention it here. Once you're here, you should switch to Creeping Dark, come through this door, pull out the darkness, and get about full energy here. You don't really need full energy, but get a decent amount of energy here, and then send Creeping Dark to the right and up this wall. Use the camera to look at this switch here. Oh, there we go. And pull the lever, retract the darkness, climb this ladder, and activate the engine here. Now it's time for another auto-scroller section, but something to keep in mind is you should shoot this plane out of the sky as soon as possible. This one right here. You want to destroy that as soon as you can, because if you don't, it's not a big deal, I think, if you don't destroy it at all, but if you destroy it later on and it lands somewhere around the cannon, there's actually a pretty funny glitch where it can still be shooting at you even though you've destroyed it, and it could kill you, it could send you flying off the map, it can do a lot of stuff, and you don't want to have to worry about that. Don't bother trying to shoot this enemy up here, because by the time you get up there, the enemy's just going to come back to life. You can shoot these guys, though, at the front over here. Once it stops, you can jump off backwards and use the ladder. Shoot this enemy. For some reason, I never get an execution kill there. I'm not really sure what's up with that, but I appreciate it. Now, you can open the hatch and use the switch that way, but you can also just drop off the front here and press the button through the window like this. Saves like a second, but that does carry the risk of going too far and falling off, and that's going to lose you a ton of time. It's up to you if you want to do that. It really doesn't matter. Once you've pressed the button, you're going to get warped back in the cockpit, so turn around, open the hatch, and then you can just kind of strafe jump backwards and turn around as you're falling, and then go across this little wooden bridge into the castle. You can strafe jump across this bridge if you want to. I'm terrified of doing this because I feel like I'm going to mess up and fall off. And it's really not that much faster to strafe jump. It's entirely up to you. So you're gonna go in the right here into the heart of the castle. Once you're in here, you go down here, of course. Use the first machine on the right here. Something to keep in mind with these machines is once you've gotten through this little cutscene here and it switches focus to the body in the middle of the room, this cutscene right here, you can move during this. So during that, you should be holding backwards because as you can see, now that the cutscene's ended, I'm all the way over here rather than in front of the machine. So you can walk backwards during that and then move to this one. And during this one, you want to hold back right, or down right, I guess. And now you might think after using that one that you'd want to go to this one, but this machine is actually the one that you put the darkness guns in, and this is the only machine where you can't move during that cutscene. So it's a little bit faster to come over to this one, and then after this one, you just move straight backwards into the darkness gun one. It's a very, very minor thing. Now after this cutscene, you can press B to skip that, put away your guns, and walk right up to the darkness here. And then move a little closer. Don't move close enough that you get grabbed. Press B to skip this cutscene, and then walk up and press X. And now you're done Chapter 4. I told you it'd be boring. Anyway, thank you for watching the Chapter 4 tutorial. Next one is the last one, so I will see you in Part 6 for Chapter 5.